Hey everyone, welcome. I'm Clark Glassford, founder of My Practice Interview, where I help you land your dream job. And today is part 2 of our series of using the STAR method to answer any interview question. So we're gonna go through some advanced techniques and some tips today on how you want to formulate powerful examples using the STAR method for preparing for your interview so you rock it. Anyway, before we get there, you're here for a reason. You're here because you're looking for interview advice, maybe some career coaching, how to write my resume, how come I can't pass the interview? I've applied to so many jobs. You've come to the right place. Check out my YouTube channel. It's in the links below. I've got tons of videos. Every week I'm releasing new ones. Also, my contact information is in the links below. I am an interview coach. I can help you navigate through the process so you land your dream job. It costs you nothing to reach out to me in an email, phone call, Zoom meeting, whatever it is, to have a consultation. So do it, take me up on that offer, let's have a chat. And with that said, here we go. So we're talking about the STAR interview method, part 2 of my series on STAR. If you haven't seen the first video, here's the link. Have a look at that first before you get into this one. It really explains STAR and how you need to start structuring your answers. Also, if you're unfamiliar with the different types of interview questions you could be asked, because not all interviews are created equal, another link right here where I describe the different types of questions and how to answer those questions. But like I've said, STAR is the best way to prepare, stories, powerful stories, where you can connect with your audience, who is the hiring manager, that you have the skills and abilities for the role they've applied for. And what better way to tell you this than with a story? Get it? I'm using a story to help sell the situation here. Forget it. Anyway, here's the story. So you'll see I had an applicant who came to me looking for coaching. And what they were looking for specifically was how to prepare for their interview. They knew they were going to be asked behavioral questions, and they're really struggling in how to put their examples together. So we worked through STAR, we worked through behavioral questions, we did a mock interview, and here's what she wrote back to me. Happy New Year! I wanted to reach out and let you know how my interview went. The questions were different than my last interview and were quite long-winded and highly specific, but I took your feedback and didn't complicate things for myself and focused on the action result portion of my STAR-based responses. I was able to answer every question, even the ones I had not prepared for, and found out from one of the interviewers that I scored 98% on my interview. So she did really well. Here's the backstory. She was actually applying for 2 different jobs. One was a lateral move for her. The other one was a double promotion. So this is 2 steps above her current pay grade. Massive pay increase for her. The problem was she had a seniority issue in the fact that she knew who all the other people who were applying, this was an internal move for her, were like 10 years more senior to her and had a boatload of more experience. But she had the right attitude, the right aptitude, had a ton of knowledge, and it was just helping her be able to tell her story. So you're going, yeah, so what, Clark? I've heard you in your last video. You've talked about STAR, you've talked about situation, task, action, result, and how to respond to those questions. That's true, but the advanced tip here is, where do you spend your time when answering your interview questions? Where do you spend your time within situation, task, action, result, really hammering home that you have the skills that they're looking for? And it's not, here's the hint, it's not in situation, it's not in task, it's action and result. And that's what she was referring to in the email that she sent me. You see, a lot of people get in the trap of when they're building their examples for the interview, and when they get into the interview, they spend a ton of time on background detail and information. Here's the situation, here's the task at hand, and then they quickly gloss over the action and result that they achieved. Because a lot of the time, it's easier to give the background information and then have the spotlight turn on you to say, oh, here's how great I am and here's all the cool things I did. As an interviewer, I want to hear about the cool things you did, and I want to hear about the results you achieved. And so many applicants, because they kind of don't like the spotlight being put on them and don't like to look like they have ego, they really skip over those sections. So when I work with clients, and what I'm telling you here is, spend your time focusing on action and result. And if you want a ratio, if those of you out there like ratios and want me to break it down, 25% of your answer should be on the situation and task. 50% of your answer should be focused on the action, and the remaining 25% should be on the result. 75% of your answer is on the action and result that you achieved. If you're practicing and you're working on examples and you find yourself spending way more time on the situation and task, you need to look at how you're answering that question and really focus on the action result. I have seen so many applicants gloss over the action, and then when they get to the result, they say, things turned out pretty good. Okay, well, how did they turn out good? Oh, well, we accomplished the task we were supposed to accomplish. Okay, great. So what does that look like? Oh, well, we actually exceeded sales quotas. Oh, okay. Did you get any sort of commendation? Yeah, actually, I did get a commendation. My boss gave me a bonus at the end of the year. I was written up. I had an award ceremony in front of the CEO of the company. Okay, those are amazing results. And if I didn't, as an interviewer, ask those questions, you wouldn't have given those to me. So when you're thinking about your answer, spend the time on the action, really flesh out those results, and remember your answer is focused on 75% of your time on those two areas. That is the advanced tip, and it's a critical tip for you to take your interview answers from good to absolutely fantastic. So, with that said, that's STAR in 2 simple lessons here, explaining what STAR is and then the advanced tips. Make sure you've watched both videos. It will help you build amazing answers for your interview so you rock your interview. All right, that's it for this week. I hope you've enjoyed. Again, look in the links below. I've got my practice interview ebook. It's a free download. You have no excuse not to download it. Get it today. It walks you through how to prepare for the job interview, and it actually has sample practice interviews using the STAR technique, using behavioral interview questions where you can practice for your next interview. Also in the links below is my Interview Accelerator workshop. It's a digital workshop presented by me. Again, I walk you through how you prepare for the job interview, how you write resumes, the different types of questions that you can be asked in the interview, all the different pitfalls that you need to navigate through so you land your dream job. Plus, it's loaded with a bunch of bonus materials that come along with the course. You want to check that out as well. With that said, I hope you've enjoyed this week's session. Keep on rocking those interviews, and we'll see you next time.